Hello Pisces, thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the support of Oracle cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where needed. Okay. One. All right. All right, so what is going on here is a good question, because I'm coming forward and I'm seeing like a couple major cards on your partner's side. You're standing with the King of Cups. You got a lot of love for the situation. It's something you're dealing with directly with your partner. It's definitely a situation that's very personal for the two of you. So it's not like something happening in their life that you have to deal with, or vice versa, or it's not like a third party situation. It's like something directly between the two of you going on, some situation, some type of project or plan, something like that. And I'm getting, you seem very excited about it. And I'm getting here, you're trying to move forward, you're trying to create the situation. It seems to be a challenge with the High Priestess here for you. High Priestess? Yep. The challenge is to see it for the good and the bad, because I feel like you're excited. I feel like you're very positive right now. But there's seeing more of the balance of the situation seems to be a challenge, and seeing how your partner is really standing. Because you have the Magician, but your partner has the Death card. Like, whatever you want to go forward with, it seems like it's kiboshing something for them. I almost feel like it's a conflict of plans. Like, almost like you're going forward and trying to like plan this vacation where you're going to this resort down in the Keys, and that's all that you have all that going on. Meanwhile, they want to go camping like 2 hours away. And it's like if you go your direction, like it almost feels like the funds and the time will be sucked up doing that, and you won't be able to do this other one. And to them, it's kind of like they have to give up their plans to make your plans happen. Okay. Now, excuse me. There's a lot of love here, so it's time you want to share with your partner whatever's going on here. And I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles in the spiritual sense is kind of like everything's very solid here. It seems like there's more than enough time to do what you need to do. You're feeling very stable here. Very stable. There's a lot of love. You want to do this with your partner. You're not seeing the downside is what I'm getting. Again, the challenge card of the High Priestess is like to see where your partner's coming from, to realize they have other plans. The question is, you should know. And it may be their plans might be something you do year after year, but it's something that they very much like, if that's the case. I do see your partner feeling like they're going to have to give in on what they want. The Six of Swords for them makes me feel like they don't really want to give in, but they're going to give in based on the love they have for you. And I feel like they're holding that emotion back. Spiritually, they got the Four of Pentacles. I don't feel like they're expressing that. Is that right? I don't feel like they're expressing that. That's a disappointment for them. This seems to turn around, which is like I'm trying to get to that next spot, because they're not explaining, they're giving in, they're doing what you want, you seem very happy, everything seems very stable. Something isn't working here though, because I feel like you're working this out with them, and I feel like it's coming forward that they don't really want to do what you want to do. And I feel like it's after the fact that you're realizing they're not really as into it. Like, you want to go out to the Keys, and this is all fun, we can have a great time, blah, 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 this example. And they're just kind of like, I'd rather just, go camping a couple hours from home. That would be better for me. I'm feeling you're realizing this after the fact, and I feel very much like the whole Nine of Swords is kind of like, well, I didn't want to take you away from something. Like, I just feel like you're kind of having that feeling like, well, I mean, it's not as fun if you're not really into this. I mean, I wish you said something beforehand. They still enjoy the situation, because I feel like the situation goes forward the way you want. I still feel like the kicker here is they still enjoy the situation, but they're more centered on you and you enjoying what you want. They're just kind of going along with what you want. They're more about your happiness, more about this is what you wanted. They want to make sure you enjoy it. They seem to be more centered on you. The Empress is telling me, when I'm seeing it on their side, it's not what they really wanted to do, but they're making the best of it by spending time with you, so it seems to be okay with them. They also seem to be looking at this like usually they get what they want. So to them, this is not a big deal. To them, it's not a big deal. They're happy to spend time with you. And I'm getting like this, they feel like they made the best possible decision with this. They got the victory card and best possible decision right next to it. Like, I literally just read that right off there. This is a victory because they're spending time with you. You're enjoying this. They want you to enjoy it. They're happy that you're happy. They are enjoying the situation, not as much as they would have the other situation, true. But spending time with you is worth it for them. And the fact that you're enjoying it makes it very worth it for them. And I feel like the only time I see this Nine of Swords really affecting you is when you realize that this is not something they actually wanted to do. It's more about you than them, and you wanted that to be more of a cohesive, 50-50 thing. But I'm getting like, don't feel too bad about it, because they're enjoying themselves still. They're enjoying you, enjoying yourself. I'm getting this is a good situation. This does to me seem like it works out quite well. And I think that's all we have for this part. Let's do Pisces single and see what we have for them. That was quick, wasn't it? Like 7 minutes? Wow. Usually the water and earth, I notice for me, they tend to go the longest. Not always, but sometimes. What do we have for single Pisces? Messages for single Pisces. Information for single Pisces. What do we got going on for you guys? The truth going on. Helping them see what's going on and helping them move in a direction that they want to go in. My dog has just elected to express his disdain with me doing readings instead of taking him outside right now. So if you hear a huffing and puffing dog, that is why. He is displeased that I'm not getting up and taking him right out. Anything else? Supportive cards. No? Yes? No? Stop. I feel like we want to do a lot of those cards today, which is fine. Where is this going? A good question. Where you're standing is the Ace of Wands. And you're very motivated, but I also feel like you might have a little bit more established feelings for this person if this is hitting. I'm getting you're very into somebody, and the Ten of Cups here is telling me you have thoughts about this person and how good you could move forward together, how your lives could mesh, good things that could come from this relationship. You seem to be very motivated if this is connecting. And I'm getting that this person seems to be reluctant to move forward with you. The Seven of Wands in the past, I feel like they've been holding you off. They haven't been moving forward. And what I'm really getting is a very strong kicker here. It's not that they can't see themselves in a relationship with you, but it feels like to them, currently, this is more of a friendship energy. And they're just kind of like, they're not really convinced that it would actually succeed in a romantic sense, but that it's doing well as a friendship, and they're just kind of like, they don't really seem to be convinced it's time to cross that line, or even if that line should ever be crossed. Now, currently in the center here, I have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. They don't seem to be backing off from that. They don't seem to be backing off from that, and I'm getting the Six of Swords. It seems like you're kind of like, I don't know, well, it seems like they're walking away from the thought. I don't know if you are just yet, but they seem to be walking away from the thought. They're holding strong. You might be walking away from it temporarily. I feel like they are just kind of ignoring the situation. They're holding strong to where they don't want to seem to move forward. And at the bottom, you might be, this is more you is what I'm getting. You're looking at the situation, you really would like this to happen, but you're kind of facing the music in the sense of like, well, if the other person is not willing to let me have a shot here, if they're not willing to work with me, it doesn't matter how much I think this could be a great thing if I can't even get in the door. Like, if they're not willing to try with me, I can't make a relationship happen all by myself. And the health is telling me that that's a good way to look. That's a healthy way to look at it, because I feel like you're at that point, you're like, maybe I should just let this be. Maybe I should just leave that thought in the past and just move on and just be thankful we have a friendship and just keep it as a friendship because the other person doesn't want to move forward. You seem to have a healthy mindset with that. Then this happens. What is this about? They change their mind. I feel like you back off. And when you back off, I feel like they have a chance to really think about it. It's almost like you're trying, it's almost like somebody like, I don't know, it's like the energy keeps going towards them, and as long as it's coming towards them, they feel like they have to block it. But once the energy stops coming towards them, they start to think about it. Like, you know what, do I, like, they start to really think about it now that they've stopped blocking it because it's not coming towards them, and they're just kind of like, should I give this a shot? Like, I feel like they're seeing you in a different light. It seems like the backing off of that energy seems to do this situation good, because the Queen of Cups shows up, and they do care. They do like you, and I feel like they're kind of looking at it like, you know what? I feel like their perspective, honestly, is like, they feel like their friendship is already kind of like on the outs, because to you, you want more. You're more in the romantic sense. And I feel like they're kind of like looking at this like they're afraid that friendship is going to kind of go to the wayside anyway due to the situation. Just because they feel like you're going to pull back, that's how you're going to heal from the situation. You're just going to kind of pull back and kind of fade off. So it's like they're deciding, you know what, since it looks like the friendship might fade away anyway due to the situation, let me at least give it a try. And this person changes their mind and comes forward towards you. And again, like, they do see you as a friend at the moment, but the Page of Cups there is saying it's not like they can't have romantic feelings. They do have some romantic feelings towards you. They're just not really sure it can blossom into more, and they didn't want to take the chance with their friendship. But they're kind of looking at it like, since the friendship seems like it's going to disappear anyway, let me at least try to see if there's something that can happen here. That they come forward to you. And I feel like they're talking things out. I don't want to say like a grand gesture of love, but I feel like they're showing you attention. They're coming forward to you. They want to hang out with you more. For you, I feel like this moment could be a little bit confusing for you, because you're not really sure about what the other person is feeling. But you're noticing that they're showing you more attention, and you're just kind of like, what are you doing? And I feel like you're looking at them in wonderment, like, are you messing with me, or do you really want to possibly do something here? And they're not coming flat out forward with how they feel, but I feel they're actually looking to go forward. They're deciding, like, you know what, let me give this a shot. Even though it's not flat out obvious, and they're not like asking you out, but they're trying to get closer to you. It seems a little bit complicated. Now, the last card I see this coming forward is the King of Swords. I feel like there's going to be a very, I don't know if I want to say harsh. Yeah, I do want to say harsh. A harsh talk. It's not brutal, but the reason I would use the word harsh is because it's direct. Quite direct. And both of you seem to be coming, it's almost analytical about how you feel and what you think and what they feel and what they think. It feels very analytical. It feels very technical, like this is where I stand, this is what I feel. I don't feel a lot of like emotional exchange here in the sense of like hugging or anything like that. I just feel like it's just flat out, this is where I stand, and then you're like, okay, well, this is where I stand. And it's just like, it's almost like looking at it in a very analytical sense. Because I feel like the two of you are just coming forward with how you each feel. I feel like they're being honest, like they're not flat out in love with you, but they can see that being a possibility, and they're willing to explore it. And I feel like you're just being honest, like, yeah, well, I think you're awesome, so I'm willing to take that chance. I understand if you don't get there, and I want to at least try. I feel like it's coming towards this spot, and I feel like you just need to be ready for this moment, because it's just leveling the playing field. And from there, you decide what to do. But I feel like as long as you see that conversation coming and plan for it, you'll be okay. And that's kind of where this is ending. All right. I'm going to wrap that up there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.